Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday here. It's changing my glasses, sorry. What time is it? Okay, it's just gone 7 o'clock in the morning, so not too early. And I watched Anne's video this morning. It came up last night. No, it didn't come up last night. It was there this morning. So I've just finished watching it. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. It seems quite a simple one this week. So I'll just get a tag. I will have to make some more tags up. I'm on to my second last one. And the date... Oh, what's the date today? The 7th. To do that now while I'm thinking about it. If it's March. Oh my goodness. Okay. So 07 March. That's okay. I'll just got a bit of paper there. 07 March 2021. Okay, I think I need a hard surface to stamp that on. So I'll just take it over here. Ooh, okay, the March doesn't like coming out that much, but I can still see it, so it's fine. That's done. And we're up to week 10. Okay, and this week, I think she said, I've got it written down here, week 10 is a Suffolk Puff and Lace. She started off with a single colour background, and then her background was made up of 3 pieces, so it was, she used a single piece for the back, then she added lace and an extra piece, and then a Suffolk Puff on top, and that's pretty much all she did. So I have my bag here, so we'll have a look and see what catches my eye. Now I've done this, she's using bright colours because she said she's done rather muted colours lately. I've actually done a couple of brighter colours lately. Mind you, I don't think I'll let that affect what I'm going to do, to be honest. Oh, I haven't used that, I don't think. I've got this. I like this. I used this in Rachel's collab piece. I wonder if I can use a bit of that. And I've got... Do I want to go for red? I don't know. That looks... No, don't want to use that. They'll be putting all this away soon too, because... see, I've still got this. See, these colours all go together beautifully. I'll be putting them away because... the collab is almost done. I have finished Susanna's piece. I just want to get her package together, and I'll be posting that off next week. And that will be it. See, I used this. When did I use that? Did I use that last week? No, the week before. Oh, I need a different kind of lace, I think. That's a shame. Oh, hold on. I've got a really pretty one here. That I've been using. It's a Crafty Me Shop lace. It's really beautiful, isn't it? Maybe I can use a piece of that. Although it's lovely. Where are we going with this? Okay. Isn't this lovely? I bought this a while ago, and it was just... I don't normally buy new fabrics and things, but this one just caught my eye when I was looking for something else. And then it was like the perfect colours. Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Perfect colours to go with a piece I did for Rachel. That's lovely, isn't it? But that one's already cut, so maybe I can do a circle and a small Suffolk puff from that scrap. See, this one's already cut as well. Yeah, don't want too much red. I like red, but only touches of red, so make sure you're in shot there, because I have done, not that I want to coordinate everything, but I have done a couple of red and blue tags. It's nice to intersperse things. Do I want that one at the back, or maybe I've got, I know I used some. Is that it? Oh, that. Maybe that. Got that too. I love the ticking. This one's curtaining. See, that's a nice colour blue, isn't it? Maybe that. I usually cover my whole tag. That's the thing. But that's okay, I could do that. Scissors. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I've got the camera a little bit further down this week. So I could put that like that. I could have a bit of this, I guess. Could I? Bit like that? Yeah, I could do that. No cut pieces, so just looks like it's curling up a bit, doesn't it? If I press, so maybe that could go in there like that, like that, like that. That. Don't know why I am using such small. I should be using these maybe. Maybe I needed a bit smaller than that. I could do something like that, like that. like that. Where's my hole? There. Make sure I don't put that over the hole. So that could come down like that, perhaps. I was going to use that as the Suffolk Puff, wasn't I? Oh well. No, I'll use that one then, I guess. I'll cut a circle from that one. And where's my lace? Here. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that on there somehow. I like it there, I think. Or maybe that way, maybe like that, half. Like that. So that's a crafty me shot lace, isn't it beautiful? It's like a cotton lace, it's really lovely. So put that over there because I was using that on something like that. Do I want that coming all the way down? Probably do. I think so. Gotta have a hole there. Oh, just let me turn my fan on. It's getting a little bit warm again. Okay, I need a circle. Don't want my Suffolk Puff too big. What is the rule? The rule is like it'll end up half of what the circle is, won't it? So it'll be about that big, and that'll be about that big. So maybe that one. Just use that as a guide. Hope I've got that right. There we go. Oh, and I hope you've all had a really good week. It seems to have gone by quite quickly this week. I've had cold days and hot days and humid days and rainy days. Oh, they're too big for little circles. It's... There we go, that's a bit better. Oh, I went and saw my son and his partner this week. They've got a new warehouse for their business, so I went and had a look at that, and that's all very exciting. So maybe that's what I will be putting on my tag this week. Yes, I think so. Okay, I need some thread. A bigger needle than that one though. That one's a bit too big. Should be more organised with my needles. That one is that one. That's very thin and pliable, isn't it? Can I thread that one? No. It looks a bit too long. I don't like them too long. I think that's more of a... Okay, we'll go back over here. This one's a little needle, but it's okay. Oh, hang on. That's okay. Thread. Okay. So I'm just using a normal cotton thread for this. Working on a couple of journals, so there's a huge mess going on underneath all this. Okay, so we're just folding it over like that. And doing a gathering stitch, which is just like a running stitch, a bit larger than a normal running stitch. Like that, just in and out. All the way around, and as you go around, and Anne says this in her video too, just fold in that little hem like that. Until you go all the way around, and then you can gather it in. So I'll just go ahead and do this. Okay, so I've gone all the way around there, and I'm thinking this might be a bit small. So I've just popped my thumb in there a little bit and finger so I can gently pull that in. This is going to be really tiny. I might need to make another one. Maybe I can have two. Yeah, that's really small, isn't it? I'll still use it though. Still use it. Although there's no, doesn't matter what size it is, really, does it? That's all right. So now I'm just going to put a couple of little stitches in each way. Okay, so there's our little Suffolk Puff. Where will we put that? Goes like that. And Nan said you can put a button in the centre of that if you want. Actually, I'm going to try, I think, oh, I have to find out how to do them. Those fluffy bits that Sarah and Rachel put in the middle of their flowers. Might try a couple of those little fluffy bits in there. Might, we'll see. So, am I happy with that? I think I am. I think I am. So I need that like that. And get a couple of pins, but I want a couple of small pins. But they're all in use. I only need a couple, I think. Oops. That. Now I've lost how big I need it. Must be like that, I think. Yep. Okay. Like that. Like that. Okay, what stitches are we going to do? And that, I'll go there like that. I feel like I need to press that a bit. It's curling up all the time. Okay, my iron on. Yeah, I feel like I need to press that little bit there. Keeps oh no, where did that go? Oh no. Okay, well, I don't know what happened to that little Suffolk Puff, but I've had to make another little one. I don't have a lot on my floor here. I just have a bit of packaging that was from Happy Mail yesterday, and that bag hanging on my door here, and it flew over there and it's gone. Don't know where it is, but it's gone. Let's just give that a little press so it starts not curling up anymore. Does anything else? They're all right. There we go. That should work well. Should have done that before I pressed it, shouldn't I? It tends to want to curl that corner, so maybe I'll turn it the other way and we'll put it on that way. Like that. Perhaps I will cut it straight too, that might help. Once it's attached, it should be alright. I think they're the same both ways. Yeah, I think they are. Maybe I'm thinking I will. Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place, aren't I? I will attach those together first, I think, because. Yeah, how will I do that? I don't even know what stitches I want to use, that's the thing. got that on. Okay. Another pin. I thought I had it. Oh, there. Another one. And used just a couple of stitches. What did she do? She used stab stitch to attach the little Suffolk Puff, and then she used running stitch, and I think she did the, what's the name of that one? It's like a little arrow. She used that stitch as well. Hang on, it might be on this piece of paper. Fly stitch. That's the one she used. I'm not sure what stitches I'm going to use. Oh, what I could do is just use a little straight stitch on this to attach these two pieces together, I think. Because I don't really want those noticeable. So I could even just do a little stab stitch along there, because by the time that comes over, you won't see it anyway, just to hold them together. So I think that's what I will do. Maybe get a bigger piece of thread. And I could do a running stitch over the top of the lace to hold that down. So I think I found an editing program that I can work with. Well, it seems to be working at the moment, which is nice, because I no longer have Movie Maker, and I don't want anything complicated. It has to be so simple. And just turn my iron off before I forget. And I've gone with the Photoshop editor. And that's what I've been using the last couple of videos, and it seems fairly simple to use, which is what I like. So I'm just taking a little stitch and then coming across like that. And then taking a little stitch and coming across again. So it's just to hold those two pieces of fabric together, really. Like that. That's that side there. You can barely see it anyway. And then, actually you'll see it better here because I've got the blue. So that's where it came out. I'm just going right next to it, underneath it, and then coming across probably about 1/2 inch or 1 centimetre. I'm pulling it out like that, and that's enough to hold those two, and you can barely even see it, so that's nice. A big tacking stitch really, but you've just got that little stitch in between it all. Okay. I feel really weary today for some reason. I think I'm not really, like, I don't have allergies, But there's a certain tree in this neighbourhood and a couple of people, not right next door to me. Well, actually, one's down the back. They have one in their front garden, so it's like it's not even close to me. But every time it flowers, I don't feel good. My eyes feel a little bit itchy, and the smell, I've got a bit of a loop there, but that's okay. The smell, it's like, oh, it's awful. And then the people next door to them on the other side, they have one in their yard too. Oh, it's awful. And my husband can't even smell it, but there's just something in it that that doesn't agree with me at all. Okay. I won't have to do that because I'm going to be doing some straight stitch, aren't I? Like that'll be enough room for that hole to go in. Okay. That. And like that. Now, I'm thinking, what colour straight stitch do I want? Don't need that one anymore. So that will go like that. Blue perhaps. Where's my magic box of threads? Well, I'm enjoying having this. I could have a dark blue. I don't think I have that much of a light blue. Got that one left. So I could use that one. Or that one. I think I like the lighter blue better. Or I have a really light blue, but it might be, I think it's a bit, what's that one there? No. No, it's not quite, what about that? That one might work better than that one. I think it's kind of like a soft denim look, isn't it? I think so. Okay. Coffee is going cold. So I just want like a borrow stitch, which is basically a running stitch, I think. Oh my goodness, I thought I'd cut these into smaller lengths. Okay, I'll just cut it there, I think. I think I did with some and not with others. Alright, so that one. And I will split it into 3 threads. Sorry, I'm off screen, but sometimes you have to do things like splitting your thread. You lean it against your body. Well, I do. I lean it against my body so that I can work I can split them easily enough. That's the thing with sewing. You can't always have things right under the camera because then you can't see what you're doing. As much as I would like to, I can't have the camera any closer to me or I'd be hitting my head on it all the time. I do try and, you know, we do the best that we can do at the time. I'll say that. Okay, so I might do something else down here. I think I'm just going to do it on the, I won't come too close to the edge either. I'm just going to do it like that. And because it's such a contrast, I will try and keep my stitches as straight as I can. They don't have to be perfect. If that's one thing I have found is I always wondered what the difference between slow stitching and embroidery was. You know, when it became popular, and now I kind of know. Slow stitching is basically just having a bit of fun and enjoying the process and having time to reflect. You don't have to be perfect in what you're doing. Like, those stitches are not all the same size, and that's quite all right. Whereas in embroidery, you would definitely be making sure that all your stitches were as perfect as possible. And it took me a little while to realize that, like, I like things to look right. So my brain would automatically say to me, you need to take that one out and make it more in line. But I'm trying to teach myself as well, it's okay. Just enjoy the process. And now I can either come back down and have all of them exactly the same coming down, which gives a lovely effect, or I can just keep it casual and sew and not particularly worry if they're all in line. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'll come up there, and the back is just like that. And then I'm going to flip it over. And take it down the other side, not being concerned with matching up stitches, either with these ones or if they're all the same length. Mind you, the stripes on the fabric do help a lot. I do like working with stripes when you're stitching. So I'm going to go ahead. Am I going to do it all in blue? I guess. Yes, we're keeping it simple. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this all across there, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've done a bit of straight stitch there, and I did go ahead and mark where my hole needs to go, so I didn't put any stitches there. And I'm just starting on this piece here, and I've decided I'm going to do a cross stitch coming down there. So I've brought my thread up through there. I'm laying that to try and judge the angle that I want it on, and then I'm putting my needle in there, and they're going to be large, probably 3 large X's. Can you see that there? So my thread comes out the back there, and then coming across from the bottom, I'm gauging about there. I want my needle to come up. About there. And then doing that same thing once again, just laying the thread down to try and get them all looking about the same. And then putting my thread in like that, so I have 3 diagonals coming down, and then going across from there, I want it coming up about there, and I'm going to take this up to the bottom of that one there and go in there. So I have a big X, and then the thread I will bring out the top of that X there, like that, and take it back in at the bottom of that top one there. Like that. Same thing again, bringing it, coming out the back, bringing it back to the front at the top of that stitch, and then over here like that. So we have 3 large X's going down that piece there, and then I think I will just continue on with the straight stitch coming across here. All right, I'm back. Just took made another cup of coffee, and that is all done. And now I want to be putting on my little Suffolk Puff here. And I think I like those little flowers. So I think I will not cover those little flowers. So I'll put it more to one side. Perhaps I'll put it over that side there. That way I still see the little flowers there. And I wanted to do that fluffy stitch. So I took a quick look on YouTube, and I put in the search fluffy embroidered flower center, and it came up with turkey stitch. So I watched a quick little video. I will put it in the description box below, and I'm going to give it a try. I haven't tried it yet. So that is blue. I think it's too much to have that blue. I'm trying to find a red that's kind of close to that. It's like a rusty red, really. That one. Okay. Where's my... Oh, there it is there. We'll take that off. Put that on here for another time. Okay, and so we'll have some rusty red turkey stitch, and I've never done this before. I hope it looks all right. Apparently it takes a lot of thread, but I've only got to do a few stitches. I wouldn't, I don't need to do a lot of it, so that looks about all right, I hope. And I am going to leave all the 6 threads on. I found the other Suffolk Puff. Because I was sat here, it had landed in my pocket. I had my dressing gown on still. See, it's here. It was in my pocket when I went and got dressed. This is the only day I don't get dressed really early, Saturday and Sunday, unless I'm going out. It was in my pocket. Oh, you don't need a knot. That's right. You do not need a knot on the end of this. That's right. Okay, so, and I think I'm going to do it straight to my piece. Here we go. So you go, oh, I haven't stitched it. Oh, okay. Forget that for a moment. I need to stitch on my Suffolk Puff. And that's just a little, well, Anne used a stab stitch. I don't normally use a stab stitch to sew them on. I guess I do in a way, but I don't do it the same way. I catch the edge of mine. Like, see how I've just caught the very edge, and then I'll go back into the background piece, take it under, and just catch the edge again a bit further up. See how you can just see how I've caught the edge? That's how I do mine. And then, like, that's come up through the Suffolk Puff there. Then I'll take it straight down into the background fabric there and come back up over here and just catching the edge again, and that just holds it like that. So that's how I sew mine on. Everybody does things differently, I guess. There we go. All right, I will just... almost lost the end of the thread out of the needle. Sorry, had to grab it. Go around this. My son's up now. He likes to sleep in, as teenagers do, on weekends. I'm not much of a sleep-in person. Never have been, really. I guess I did as a teenager, and I think that's just hormones more than anything, isn't it? But I've always been an early riser, and I love getting up early. I feel like I've wasted half my day if I sleep in. A sleep in to me is like probably 6:30. That's a sleep in, and I enjoy that on the odd occasion. But most days I'm up before that. I like to get up in the morning with my husband. We get up before 5 o'clock when he's going to work. And I have a morning chat and cup of coffee with him before he goes. But I still like to get up early. Whether he did or not, I would still enjoy getting up early. But I don't stay up late at night either. I like to be in bed at a reasonable hour. Well, that varies. Winter much earlier than summer. Summer it can get a bit too hot to go to bed early. And because I don't watch television, I don't have to stay up for late shows or anything like that. The only shows I watch are generally on Netflix, which I watch on a computer, or YouTube videos, because we just don't get the right reception for commercial television here. We never have, so we've always had to either have some sort of streaming, like Netflix now, but it used to be Ozstar at one stage. I think there's Stan. I used to enjoy Ozstar because it had that how-to channel on it. That was years and years and years ago. Haven't seen it in years. That was before I did crafting and things on YouTube. Okay, that's on. So that's my Suffolk Puff on. Okay, so now we're going to try the turkey stitch. And of course I'm going into that ditch, so I don't know how I'm going to go, because she was just doing it across a straight line. So we will see. So you go in like that. You leave a tail. I'm going to leave a little bit extra than what I need, and hold it to the side. And then I hope you can see where I've gone in there. Now I'm going to come out next to it, like on my right. See that? I don't know. I hope that's all right. Come up like that. And then I'm going to go over the top. See, that's where I came out. That's my first stitch. I'm going to take this back over the top of my first stitch and go through there like that, and that serves as a little anchor at the bottom of that stitch. And then I come out, once again I come out over here, like next to it. I'll show you once I've got it. It's really hard to see if I'm not looking. So I hope that's close enough. I hope that might not be close enough. Hang on. Okay, so I've come out there. See my needle? Right next to it. Coming out like that. Putting my thumb over it like that. And then I'm going to come out. Can't see. That's where I just came through. So I'm going to put my needle back in right next to the previous stitch over here, like that. And I want to create like a loop on top. About the length. I can trim it down. It's better probably to have it a bit longer than what you need than too short. Now I won't want the little things too long, so anyway, so there's my loop like that. And now I'm going to bring my needle back up here, right next to it, basically. Is that next to it? Yep, close enough. Up there like that. Pull that one, and then go back down over the first one in that loop, which will anchor that one in place so they don't pull back through, see, like that. So that's how you have it, and then you just keep going round and doing that. And she said it's like a little back stitch, but you're forming a loop. So coming up there again, creating that loop, coming back down near the previous stitch, leaving enough for our little thing like that, and then coming up to the side of it, if I can find it. There we go, like that. And then like in there. To anchor it. And you just go around and do as many as you want inside of there. She wasn't doing a Suffolk puff. She was just doing a straight line, the one I watched. So I hope this turns out. I will go ahead and do as many. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'll go ahead and fix this mess I've just made and get back to where I Goodness. I have I've done it. It's like a little loopy flower, and I think that's probably all I will need. I guess I should finish it off on the back. I think it's because, see how that keeps curling up? It made it a little bit more awkward to not catch it. I made another loop there, but I'm not going to stress about that. I'm just going to finish it off. There we go. So now I didn't watch the end of the video. Oh no, let me just... Okay, she did a lot more stitches than what I want, but mine's just meant to look like stamens. So I guess I just trim them. Like that. That might be a bit long. Might have to make that a bit shorter. Okay, well that's easy. It might still be a bit long. I'll end up with nothing. Never mind. Just to add a little bit of interest. You can use a button, she said, but I just wanted to try this. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right for a almost first attempt, seeing as my first attempt went drastically wrong with the red thread. Get rid of that. Okay. So now, I mean, you could even put a little pearl or a bead in the middle of that, couldn't you? I could. Just that way it would... See, this is my problem. I always try and tidy things. And it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be tidy. But I just feel like I want to put something in the center of it. Do I though? Have I got something? Maybe not. You know, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. I like it. Okay, okay. I don't want that one, do we? There's a smaller one. So I need to definitely do these two corners, and it just seems to want to curl up this week. So I will do all four corners. I'll do the normal way. And I'm going to leave that because I kind of like the way you can move that. I like that idea. So we've got a knot. Yes, we've got a knot. Coming up. And going down. Just take a little stitch. Like that. About there. Oops, moved it. Let's keep it going. Bring it up under that lace there, I think. that. There. Must be the fabric. It just wants to curl up, doesn't it? Like, even if I put a spot of glue in the corner, it's still going to curl up. So it's just going to have to stay like that, I think. Now, what about that one? I don't want it coming up in my Suffolk Puff, so it'll have to come up a bit higher on this side. Like that. I will put a stitch all the way through it, I think. Why not? There we go. That's all stitched on. Okay. Done. All done. I should have written on it again, but it's okay. It's okay. My pen has run out of ink. I'm going to have to use this one today. Okay, so where's my bit of paper? Here it is. Week 10. Week 10. Week 10 is Suffolk Puff and Lace. It's not very neat because I've got to watch that bobble underneath. And lace. And we've got both of those. Okay. Okay, so this week I visited Sam and Kate. And Kate's warehouse. It was very interesting. They do tie-dye garments. Amazing what they can do. You know, it's not just simply putting it in a bucket and tying elastics around everything. There's so much involved. And they're doing such a lovely job. It was very interesting. And I'm very proud of them. Both. Big smile. They're doing well. It's always nice to see young people do well, isn't it? Okay, we're making that a feature, that little curl. I hope you enjoyed this week. Warts and all. We'll put it on our tag base. There we go. So it kind of blends in with these ones. Not that I'm aiming for that sort of thing. Oh, better put it where you can see it. There we go. That one. That one. That one's so delicate. I do like that one. That one. That one. There's another one with the red. That one's nice colourful one. Really pretty. And then that one, really pretty, colourful. And then this week's, right there. So thank you for joining me today, and thank you, Anne, once again for your inspiration in this wonderful challenge that we all look forward to every week. And so take care, everybody, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.